Hi all, a warm welcome to all of you on this special day for the CSS Business Program series. I hope you all are doing well. So let us wait for some time so that some people will join and then we will start with our course. One second. So am I audible? Can someone please confirm me? So hi all. Good evening, Deepak. Yeah, good evening. So am I audible, Deepak? Can you please confirm? Yeah, Sonu. Thanks, Sonu. Thanks, Nehar. Thanks, Meher. Thanks. So let's wait for 2-3 minutes. Then we will start with the CSS. And let us see. I hope you all have a very wonderful Diwali. And 1 minute. भाई इसका जो स्क्रीन है ये वैसा हो रहा है ये
चल रहा है
Okay. So also Chhat Puja Navindu. Navindu Chhat Puja. Yes, fine. So okay, fine. So let us have the schedule. So today we will be completing the CSS Basics part. Tomorrow we will do the CSS Flexbox, and day after tomorrow we will start with Grid, and on the next day, that is on the fourth day, we will complete the CSS Grid. So that will be a total of 4 days class. I hope you all are associated with us through WhatsApp also. Let me share you the WhatsApp group link so that you also have an idea. One second. Yeah, hi Radhika. So you can also connect with us on WhatsApp. So I have shared the WhatsApp group link so that you can also connect with us on the WhatsApp. In case you are not connected, please click on the link and join the WhatsApp group so that you all will have an idea that what is going on the channel. So sorry. So let us start with the CSS. The class schedule will be between 1 hour to 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. Yeah, hi Zakir. So the class schedule will be from 1 hour to 1 hour 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, between 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes, depending upon the closure of the topic what I have decided to do today. So okay, 1 minute. Okay, fine. So as I've told you, from today, so for all those people who have joined now, so today we will be completing the CSS basics part, and also one thing, there will be a everyday attendance will be taken out where you need to fill the attendance form. Those who attend all the sessions and fill all the attendance form will get the participation certificate. Okay, the certificate will be free for everyone. There will be no charges, and that certificate you will get on your mail ID what you have entered in the form. So let us start with the CSS now. Now, what is a CSS and what is HTML? So let us have a quick review of HTML and CSS. So HTML is a hypertext markup language. Actually, HTML is not a programming language; it's a markup language. And one second. And you can prepare any web page with the help of HTML, with the help of HTML CSS, with the help of HTML CSS and JavaScript, all the three. So you can prepare, but the the role of CSS is to make the web page beautiful, to beautify the page, to make the page decorative. So that is why CSS has been introduced, because CSS will make the web page good, beautiful, decorative, attractive. Sorry. So in 1995, HTML and CSS has been come into production by the W3 school. W3 school manages both the things. And one second. Okay. So W3 school manages both the HTML and CSS part. And in 2015, a major upgradation has been happened in CSS where CSS Flexbox and CSS Grid has been added. So that is why, with the help of CSS Grid and Flexbox, the page will become more responsive, and you and the use of media queries will be minimized. So now let us see in how many ways you can add CSS. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS. Fine. So let us see H1. First one is inline. Second one is internal. And the third one is external. So these are the ways in which you can add CSS. Okay. Now let us open this with live server. I hope you all know what is live server. Now, my dear friends, I will not be able to see the WhatsApp live chat. We'll see on time to time basis because I need to focus on the content now. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so these are three ways in which you can add CSS. Now, what is inline, what is internal, what is external? So there are some interview questions also which are with us, which are ready with us. So I will be telling you time to time as soon as the point will come. Now, this is an interview question that in how many ways you can add CSS. Though, so this is the question. There are three ways in which you can add CSS: inline, internal, and external. Now, what is inline? Inline means in the same line. So you can correlate this inline, or you can correlate the words with their natural behavior also. So inline means in the same line. So in the same line, you can add the HTML, you can add the CSS directly to the HTML element. So let us see using the style, and we will have the background color. So you can see directly to the HTML element, we have added CSS. So this is the most powerful type of CSS addition. Now second one is internal. Internal will be added here with the same style format. And in this, let us apply on H2. And here we will use a background color in the form of hash double F 00 double A. So this comes in the form of red color. And the third one is external. External means externally we are I can say externally we are creating the file and we are linking. So let us create external file style.css. So .css is the extension which CSS file carries. So h3 will use a background color in the form of RGB, and here we will use the RGB as 255100 and O. But when I am saving it, it is not getting reflecting. It is not getting coming here. Why it is not coming here? Because there is no connection between this CSS file and this HTML file. So with the help of this link tag, we will be able to make the connection. And here comes the style what we have applied to the H3 part. Now, next interview question is what is a CSS selector? So here HT is a CSS selector. This entire thing is a declaration. This is the value and this is the property. So this is CSS selector. This entire thing is a declaration, value, property. Okay. So next, if you see here, I have added background color in all the three types of CSS. So 1 second, you can also okay. So here if you see, I have added colors in all the three type of CSS addition. First one is aqua, second one is something of hash FFOOAA, and the third one is of in the pattern of RGB. So why I add the colors but in three different forms? Because there are three ways in which you can add colors. First one is simply typing the name of the color, which is this one, that aqua, red, green, blue, black. So there are 1 minute. So there are around 140 color names which you can add directly. Okay. So see, So there are around 140 names which you can add directly. These are the names of the colors. You can have their hexadecimal code, you can have their RGB code, you can have their HSL code. But let us go back. Okay, so the second one which I have added is a form of a hexadecimal format, which starts with hash and have some six alphanumeric characters. Okay, so if you see here, this first two letters have red color, second two have green color, last two have blue color. Now after this, this is a this is a form of hexadecimal color, where the range of this hexadecimal color is from, I can say, 0 to F. So it starts from 0 to 9 and A to F. And after this, the third one is the RGB format. Here the R stands for red, G stands for green, and B stands for blue. The range of RGB starts from 0 to 255, and you can prepare any color with the help of this RGB. So now let us see in how many ways you can add colors. So once again, so you can refer this site which is being managed by W3 School, where you can have the HTML color picker codes and their hexadecimal, HSL and RGB codes. So you can have here. So you can click on any color and have their codes. So here, okay. Another in there is another way in which you can add color, which is a HSL format, where H stands for hue. Hue contains all the colors. S stands for saturation. Saturation means the sharpness, and L contains the lightness. Lightness means the brightness of the color. Now, as I've told you that with the help of RGB, you can make any color of your choice. Okay. So here, if you see, you can make color changing the contribution of the red, green, and blue. Fine. So this is how you can make the color with the help of RGB pattern. Now let us go back and have some basic font properties. So we will be having. Let us have a paragraph first. Lorem of 333. Okay. So I hope you all know what is lorem. Lorem means a dummy content which has been invented in order to check the quality of the quality of the font. Why quality of the font? Because it has been invented in early 1860s, when the printing press has been added. Now let us have some font properties. So we'll start with the font size of 30 px. One second. Way to bold. One second. Okay. Letter spacing 0.8 em. One second. 1 minute. Some issue is there. That is why it is not taking the things. Hmm. That is the thing. 1 minute. Now it is perfectly fine. So font size of 30 px and font weight will use as bold and letter spacing 0.2 em and word spacing we will use 2.5 rem and we will use text decoration to underline and some more font properties we use text transform to uppercase so that all. So these are some basic font properties which I can say these are self-explanatory, where font size, you all know what is font size, the size of the font weight. Okay, now next thing is the letter spacing means spacing between the letters. Word spacing means spaces between the words. Text decoration underline. Text transform uppercase means capitals. Now let us have the font family, and here you can see by default of three fonts are available. So why there are three fonts are available? Because the first font, Arial font, is the primary font. Second font and the third font, Helvetica and the Sans serif, are the fallback fonts or the secondary fonts. So these two, the last two are the fallback fonts or the secondary fonts. Now let us have a quick review of Google Fonts. Why Google Fonts? Because as you know, these days Google are now into each and every part of our life. So similarly, Google have introduced their Google font also. So let us have this Poppins font, and here you need to import the font. So let us select this one, and we will use this import, Control C, and here font family. Oh, sorry. In the top we will import it, and here now let us try to add the Poppins font. And here is the Poppins font what we have added. So I hope you can understand the difference between the Arial, the Arial, Helvetica and Sans serif are the traditional fonts, and you can see the difference between this type of Google font. So that is why this font is being used a lot. Now after this font properties, let us see something. Okay, so if you know, if you have noticed here, I have added the units where the units one is px, em, and rem. Now I can use px always, rem or em, but why I have added px, rem, and em? So there are. So I just want to tell you that these are the units of measurement. Okay, these are the units of measurement. These are the units of measurement. Okay, but here but here if you see px, but okay, let me correct this thing. So when you go to a grocery shop and you ask for oil, they will give you in liter. When you ask for sugar, they will give you in kg. When you ask for soap, they will give you in pieces. So similarly, here we have three units of measurement where you can have px is the first. Px stands for pixel. Em and rem, these both are the units of measurement. Now, what is px, rem, and em? So px is an independent unit of measurement which works independently. Similarly to px, rem works on also on the same pattern. Now, em depends upon the value what the div contains. So here, if you see, most of the times px and rem is the most widely used unit of measurement. Now, after this thing, let us have a so let me do another paragraph a long time. But what is happening here? If you see, I have given a set of styles to this paragraph, but when I have written another paragraph, what has happened here? The same set of styles have applied to the second paragraph which I have added. So, in order to get rid of this problem, okay, classes and IDs has been added. So what are classes and what are IDs? So classes and IDs both are used to target the HTML element. But same class can be used multiple times and ID can only be used one time. No. Okay. Now let us apply the classes here. Classes top and ID bottom. Now, if you see here, okay. So here, now let us target the classes and IDs. How to target those? So here, if I write p dot top, so dot top means class will be used with the help of dot and ID with the help of hash. So p hash bottom, and we use a font size. So this is the way in which you can. This is the way in which you can apply or you can add classes and IDs. Classes with the help of dot, ID with the help of hash. And same class can be used multiple times, but ID can only be used one time. So that is the difference between classes and IDs. Now let us have. Okay, so now let us see the next important thing, which is the box model. Now we have a paragraph here, and okay. So now, what is a box model? But this is an intro question. Box is a box model. A box model contains of four things: content, padding, border, and margin. So now, for this to understand, we need to switch to Google Chrome. 1 minute. Okay. Now, if you see here, this particular thing, this is the content. Outside this is the content. Outside this content, we have we have padding. Outside this padding we have border. Outside this border we have margin. So in this way the box model concept will work. So now let us apply some styles. So we have padding of 20 px, okay, a border of 5 px, solid of green color, and after the border, what we have margin of 30 px. So this is the way in which you can have the box model concept. Now, in this box model concept, there are some ways in which you can have padding. Okay, so here, 1 second. So 1 second, 1 second. So now there are some ways in which you can apply padding and margin. So now let us see, we have padding in the left of 10px, padding in the top of 20px, padding in the bottom of 30px, and padding in the right of 40px. So similarly, you can have the padding in this way also. So you can have padding of 10px and 20px. Okay, so this applies for top, bottom, left and right. Now similarly, you can have the margin, you can have this for margin also, margin of 10px, margin, okay, not margin 10px, so we will be using margin of 10px, margin bottom of 20px, and margin left of 30px, margin right of 40px. So these are the ways in which you can have the different sides margin. Now let me margin, margin of 20px for top, bottom, and 30px for left and right. So this is the way in which you can have the margins for all the sides or for two sides. Fine. Now after these classes and after this box model concept, let us see the styling of list. Okay. So what is the styling of list? 1 minute. Okay, so let us do the styling of list. So for in order to understand the styling of list, let us do a basic structure ready. We have the H2 category, and after this H2 we will be using the UL enter li into 5. Sorry. Li into 5. 1 second. Okay. So here we have 5 times of what is going on here. One second. No, fine. So we have li. We have 5 times of list item, which includes the anchor tags inside it. Okay, fine. Now what we will do? We will have the let we will add hash here because we don't want to go anywhere. So hash will disable the click functionality. We have category 1, category 5. Now let us have a main class categories. So now we will target, we will pick each and every item and we will do the styling of that particular item. So here dot categories, and what we will do, we will now style this class here. So we will have a border of 2p solid of black color, and we will have here a new property which is called as a border radius property of 10px, which will remove the sharpening of the edge, and a padding of 10px all across. Now after this, let us target the h2 dot categories h2 here, and we will use a text align center and text transform to uppercase. So this will transform the entire letter to the uppercase. Now after this, we will target the unordered list dot categories unordered list, and here we will use the padding as 0. So the entire content will shift towards the left. Now after this, what we will do, we will use the lssn list style none. So with this will remove the styling part, and we will now target the anchor tags. So dot categories anchor tag text decoration none, and we will give the color to black, so that this color also becomes black. Okay, now after this, what we will do, we will target the list. And okay, so let us give some a hover property to the dot categories a ho hover, and in this hover we will using the color to orange. So let us see the font color will change to orange, and background color will change to golden, right? Let us see which kind of color is it. Okay, very nice. So now after this, what we will do, we will target the li dot categories li padding on the bottom of 10px, so that the space 10px not look good, 20px, and what we will have, we have border in the bottom of 1px dotted of blue color. Fine. So this is the way in which you can style the list. Now after the styling of list, what we will do the styling of form. So for the styling of form, let us have something. Okay. So what we will add here margin in the top. Let us see how it comes. Okay, now it looks very nice, and we have a font here, the Poppins. So font family. So see the font we have added here. So that is why the Google fonts will exactly change the way it looks. Now let us create a form, and in this form we will be do the styling of that form. Now here a div, and this div we have a label, and on this we have a input type text. So in the form we will be having a class. Class will be my form. So this will be the parent class, and individual class we also want as form, and we have the label for name, and here we have the name for name. So now let us replicate this. So this is a form. We will use a br here. So another br, so break row. Br is for break row, so that spaces will gets created between the items. Now in this, what we will have, 1 minute. Label for email, and the label is for message, labels for message, and the input type we will be ignoring this kind of input type. We will use a text area, where the name will be message and nothing else is required here. Okay, the name will be message. Now after this we will use the last input type as submit, but the value will be submit, and we will use a plus bt. And now this is a simple form we have created. Now we will be styling this form. So here what we will do, we will pick each and every class and we will do the styling. So my form dot my form, and we have a padding of 20px, and after this what we will do, we will use dot my form, and we have the second class as form group is dot form group, and we will use CAD padding in the bottom. We want for the 15p so that the spaces have added here. Now after this we will be targeting dot my form label display will be the block, so that the things will come one below the another. Now after this what we will do, we will be targeting this button. So the button have the class as btn. Dot btn, and here we will have some padding of, let's say, 20px. Okay, and border radius property of 10px, and we'll have the font size of 30px. Font weight we will use as bold. Background color we will use as light kind of light sky blue, and the font color we will use as a wheat. Sorry. We will use as red. Now, now what we will do? We will have a hover property here in the button dot btnhover. Hover. So we will reverse the color. We will have the color as light sky blue, and background color we will be using as red. So let us see. Okay, yes. And a active button active property we will be using here dot btn active. So we'll change the background color to yellow. So okay, and we need to change the font color also to black. So this is the beauty of hover property. Now what else we can have here? So we can have here. Okay, so let us have let us have the font family of the links, and here in the label sorry dot my form input we have some padding of 20 px. 20 px looks very large, so let us have 10 px, and we need to have this to text area. Oh, text area, sorry. So text area we will give separately. Text area we will have adding of px, and what else we can have here? So this looks nice. Nothing more is required here. Now after this, we will have the next thing which is called as the alignment and floating. So let us see what is alignment and floating do. So in this alignment and floating, okay. So before doing the alignment and floating, let us have a ready-made structure. So we will use a div class of common class we will be using, and here we will use the h2 header 2, and after this we will use a paragraph tag and a lorem. Okay, nice. So I am disabling this form because content will not come in the center. After this, what we will be doing? Let me replicate this. Now, if you see here, we have a common class in all the three div, which is the block, and a header need we will be changing header 2, 3, and 4. Now, what we will do, we will be trying to use the space available. So we will be copying the common class, and here dot block, and we will use a float left property and move everything towards the left with the width of 33.33%. So if you see here, the entire screen size has been taken up by the 33.33% size. Now after this, if I need to have two, so what I will do, let us have, now we need to have the different class here. So here what we will do, we will use dot block one float right and float right, and we will give the width to 50%, and here also we will change the width to 50% so that half of the screen size will be used by both the headers. No, no. Okay, so now let us have some padding of px and border of 5px solid of black color. We will apply the same set of styles to both, and let us see. Oh, the overlapping is coming. So we will be using a property which is called as a box sizing order box, and the same here for box sizing border box. So you can see with the help of this you can set the things accordingly. So this is the beauty of box sizing border box. Now after this box sizing border box, let us see the positioning. So what is the positioning part? So what is positioning means, as the name says, positioning means positioning. Okay, so before going to the positioning part, the first attendance sheet has been shared to all of you. I request you all to please fill right here, right now. I will take a 1 minute break in order for you all to fill it. Please fill it right here, right now. So I hope you all have filled it. In case anyone is still left, please fill it properly. So those who have filled, please reply with yes filled. Is yes filled in the chat box, so that let me also see how many of you have filled right now. Those who have filled the attendance form link is there in the live YouTube chat, so you can fill it. Yeah, thanks, Zakir. Rest all, please reply. This is for your beneficial only because you all will get the participant certificate that will be free of cost. So I hope you rest all have also filled the form. Now let us go further. So okay, so the next topic what we will be covering in CSS Basics will be the positioning part. So there are four ways in which you can position. Position means placing the things. So you can there are four ways in which you can position the things. First one is static, second one is absolute, third one is relative, and the fourth one is fixed. So now let us have a structure in order to understand the positioning part. So we will be having a div and we will be using a h2 with CSS with HTML. Now we will use a class also. P box. We will use position box. Okay. 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 See, we have given h2 here, so I need to remove it. Okay. Now after this here, what we will be doing? We will be targeting this position box dot p dot position box, and we will be creating a box here width of let's say 100 px and height of 600 px. And after that, what we will do? We will be creating a border of 4p solid of color. So we have created a border now. Now what we will be doing? We will be aligning the CSS and HTML inside this box, keeping or considering the two scenario where the top of the page will be considered as a parent and the second scenario will be the bottom of this border will be considered as a parent. Now let us rotate them. Now here dot p box h dot p box h2 position as absolute, and from the top I want this to be 400 px down. So it is here. That means here this will be considered as a parent. Now, when we want to change the parent, we need to use a relative property. So that relative property will be applying to the parent class. So the position will be relative. Now from the left, we want this to be 100 px. Okay. So now here the parent will be this one. Now similarly we will target the position box of our H3 and the position will be absolute, and from the bottom we want 200 px, and from the right we will say 250 px. So similarly this you can move anything keeping your parent change. Now the third one is the okay. Fourth one is the position fix. So we will be using a button class as btn, no, fbtn as fix btn, and here we will give the value, the content as x. Now let us see where's the button. Okay, now what we will do, we will target this fbtn dot from the top. I want this to be 700 px down. So where is the button? Here. And from the left, 400 px. So this is the button. 1 second. We need to give the position also as text. Now let us see where's the button. Okay, correct. Now here the button will remain here only, or it will stick to the page. Now after this, let us see the background. Let us see the usage of background images. So 1 minute. For this I have already downloaded the background images. So now let us add those. So this is the image what we have here. So this is the image what we will be adding here. No. In this P box, we will be using background in the background image URL images happily image. So here is our image what we are trying to use it. Now after this happy Diwali image, you can see our image is like this, but it is getting repeating again and again. So what to do for this thing? So we will be using some properties which is called as the background repeat as no repeat. Now the main problem is it is not in the box, so we will be using the background size as cover. So if you see, it fits properly here. Now after this positioning and images part, let us see some pseudo classes. So pseudo classes will be the last topic here for today. After this pseudo classes, we will end the session. And those who have not filled attendance form, I request you to please fill attendance form so that you all will get a chance of the participation certificate. Now after this okay, so now let us see the pseudo class property. So in order to understand the pseudo class are again a property which will help you to target the HTML element. Now for this, let me prepare the structure. UL li into 6, and we will be using here ABC. So we have our structure like that. Now what we'll be doing here, and we have a class as pseudo. Now what we will do here, we will target this pseudo class here. Now dot pseudo li first child, we will give the background color of red. So here it the red. Now we will be targeting the last child. Last child as red. Okay. Now after this we will be targeting the nth child. But one second. Nth child, child number 3 to right. So you can see the three reds here. Now what we will do, if I want to target this in a different pattern, I can say red and green. So what we will be doing here, we will be using this in a different pattern. In a child even red and control C nth child or as green. So let us see. Okay. So yes. So this is how you can target any pattern in a odd or even method. So here comes to an end of CSS Basics. So tomorrow we will do the CSS Flexbox. Same time at 4 o'clock. I hope you all have enjoyed the session and please do like the video so that it will reach to as many as people